big boy in his big tractor.
So our machinist, T, who does all the engine block machining, 3-angle jobs and everything, picked up this 240. And it's a family car, rust-free. And it seems like he's got a hell of a project ahead. So we're gonna share it with you guys. Let's see what we can do.
He's officially out of the car.
Go, Kent. Go, Ken.
So as you guys saw on there, the KA is shot. Original plan was to use this motor to make somewhere around 600 horsepower, but I don't think that's gonna be the case with how shot this motor is. So we got a new plan. The new plan is to go ahead and go with an LS2. This is a 6-liter. We're gonna go ahead and go with a probably 20 over piston. As you can see, this was actually already measured and everything, but this is all stock sizing. So we're gonna go ahead and fully prep the block, do everything possible to it, and go ahead and it seems like 20 over is gonna be the best option. So no more KA, gonna be rocking a all aluminum 6-liter LS. The man's 240 build continues. T56 that will be rocked in the 240.
It was a very nice day to do this though.
Old transmission is out.
And for sale.
And for sale. Got the interior pretty much stripped out here. All these parts out of it. Maybe an intake pump, maybe an inline pump.
I might just do a double.
Don't
hanger.
fucking know. Yeah.
Double hanger, triple hanger.
All right, so as you guys saw, we got the carpet and the whole interior of the 240 cleaned out. To show you the power adder that he's gonna be running, this is an On3 Performance, which is actually local here. This dude's all fired up about it. We have an On3 Performance 7875 billet turbo. So here is the bearings we're gonna be running in the 240. You can see these are the extra clearance, the XP King bearings, King racing bearings. So probably 2 to 2.5 thousandths of vertical oil clearance for this setup, but nice billet wheel turbo, that'll work.
That goes to the fender.
Get the front bumper off and see how this Chase Bay radiator is gonna fit in here. All right, so we got the AC lines out, most of this harness here, which is part of that. We're really cleaning up the front end here and see if we can get the radiator kind of mocked up. When it comes to a harness like this and an LS swap, the biggest thing is retaining stuff for the body and everything that you want to keep, right? Headlights, things that make it easy. So what we're going to end up doing is basically cutting it at the body. We'll use what we need from the front end, but you know, this is definitely going to be a work in progress to get the LS and the Haltech that you guys saw, or Haltech, hooked up with everything that's going in here. So. Shoo! God damn, bub.
See how tight it is?
That's awesome, though. We like a tight fit.
Yeah.
As you can see on this side, completely flush where the frame is. Little rock got hit, I guess, on this side, so we're gonna pull this in with a ratchet strap, kind of beat it in with it as you see there. Now we're gonna heat it up. All right, guys, we got the MIG out. I'm gonna get it cleaned up. All right. Wow, that is a perfect fit. So, a few notches made, flattened out. There was a ledge on the back side of that folded metal, basically, that we had to hammer down with an air hammer. But you can see we got a fresh seam welded, everything painted. But this is a Chase Bay radiator, and you can see how close this thing fits.
Yeah. Weld this seam, and then I'll box this in.
All right, guys, so you saw us prepping the dash, and this is what is known as flocking. So basically we have a almost suede, I wouldn't call it suede, but it's like on your way to suede, I guess, surface. And this here is vinyl and, what is that? Vinyl and fabric, yeah. So it's gonna fill in just a little bit of the areas where the glue just didn't like completely cover. But the dash, before we started this process, when I felt it, it feels really cool, much more high quality. And then as you saw, there was all the cracks in the dash that was all sanded, filled, and now we have a completely fresh dash for the 240. All right, so here is the heart of the 240. This is in all aluminum LS2, just like we talked about, but now we're up to 371 cubic inches, which is just shy of a 6.1 liter. Gonna go ahead and get the entire rotating assembly balanced. Gonna balance the crank rods, pistons, get everything in spec, and we're gonna get this thing assembled here.